Hi everyone, Lionheart here. I understand, recording blatantly with OBS, clearly open, no video editing software, probably seems pretty unprofessional. I'm using my laptop camera, so pardon me if the video is not in sync or if it's bad quality. I understand it's blurry, but that's not the reason I'm recording. I'm not recording because I'm looking to become famous or anything on YouTube. Actually, I'm only here to share knowledge, and I think that this does the job very well. So before I really get started, this is my first time opening up with this channel. It's a new channel. I have a previous one, but it was just kind of a thing on the side, uploading between my PlayStation 4, different games, things I do in my spare time. I have YouTube Red, so that's what I use on the go. This is my new channel, and you can also follow me on Facebook if you want to. I constantly am uploading different videos I find and sharing insights about psychology and things of the sort. Wisdom, just for ways that you can really improve yourself and stay out of trouble. Improve your life, really. So if you want that info, it'll be down in the description below. You can also post a comment if you want me to talk about a particular topic. It does not have to be related to psychology. I can't guarantee I'll have the answers. If you just want to hear my thoughts, I can definitely do that. But let's dive right into this. So this is the whole concept between the INFJ, why we actually have a desire to reach out to people. What is it that motivates us? And you'll watch other videos, and I have too, where people will talk about our cognitive functions. It's because we're empathic and we want to reach out. Yeah, but why? One thing INFJs know is there is an end result, an end to everything, and it is our goal to end what should be ended and to start what has not begun. INFJs are realists who think with an end-term mentality. We're so focused on the overall picture of humanity as a whole. We're not so fixated on presidency unless that presidency in some manner or other benefits this country. Or if it doesn't benefit the country, we want that presidency ended. The mentality of the INFJ is a lot like Lincoln in regards to the whole slavery issue. Now, I don't think Lincoln was an INFJ, but he was a relatively quiet person according to history. But the real point I'm trying to get at is his mentality the entire time during the war and from the beginning, even before his presidency, he had a mentality and a plan to bring his dream to fruition. He wanted to end slavery. The INFJ thinks with a very similar mentality. And if you ever come to an INFJ with a short-term solution, to us, it's not a solution at all. In our minds, you're wasting our time, our energy, and our thoughts. We could be focusing on something better. I'll give you an example. My friend came to me with a short-term solution for his financial problem. He was in debt, and he would have to overdraft to pay some of his bills. All of his automatic deposits from his paychecks were going to pay off his debt because he had overdrafted before. And he said that was his plan. And I didn't mean to be rude. It just kind of came out this way, very blunt or very direct. I said, that's stupid. And INFJs might seem cold when they give you their feedback if they don't agree with something you have to say, but it's not because we're trying to be harsh or we're trying to shut you down. That's not at all what's happening. What's happening is we're thinking in a completely different tense than you. You're thinking present tense, we're thinking future tense. So if you come to us with a present tense idea, we'll probably disregard it because it has nothing to do with the future tense. It's not that we're upset with you. It's just that this is the way we think, and it's very difficult for us to get out of this mentality. We understand how you think, but we don't agree with it because our morals and our vision is kind of what guides the way we think and our thought processes to begin with. This is why some INFJs tend to rely a little bit less on intuition and a little bit more on feeling, extroverted sensing. And this is very rare because it's the fourth cognitive function, but a normal INFJ goes to their intuition, and when they can't figure out anything based on their intuition, they'll go to extroverted feeling. When they can't feel anything around them, maybe there's no one on the phone for them to talk to, or there's nobody around them for them to get a better picture of what's going on, they'll go to their third cognitive function. And that's thinking. And whenever thinking fails because they still don't have anything, they'll go to sensing. And when sensing fails, they're at a loss. But some INFJs, based on their vision, will go to sensing before intuition. Incredibly, incredibly rare. It's not normal. But these are the types of people who rely on their empathy to guide their mind, to guide their vision. I am not like that. I often hop between logic and emotion, but I always weigh my emotion with logic and let that guide my intuition and my reasoning, going to the third cognitive function of thinking instead. I am very empathetic, but I don't let that guide me because in my personal vision does not have to do with my emotions. My emotions don't play a part in reaching my goal. Whereas some INFJs prefer to actually, I know it seems like I'm jumping around. Bear with me. You'll get it. Some INFJs have a vision for a present to future dream, such as helping an INFJ might be someone behind the scenes in the legal system, helping a president get into office, or maybe they are the president. They understand they only have 8 years, but their vision is to bring about a change for the better good of humanity. So any kind of solution that you present to an INFJ that does not impact their future dream or the future in any context, to them isn't even a solution. Sorry, someone beeped their horn outside. I ordered Chinese and I thought that might have been them. Getting back on track. What was I saying? And it takes so much energy to get back on track. What was I saying? I need to see who that was to put my mind at rest. Someone across the street. Okay. So the INFJ, if you present a short-term solution to us, it's not really a solution. And I completely lost my train of thought after all of this. Son of a gun. Give me a moment while I go get a drink. My throat's sore. Okay, getting back on track. So, this is part of the reason why INFJs constantly reach out to people. It's because we're thinking with this end-term goal, and we're pouring into you in hopes to make humanity a better place. My mouth is watering now. So when you come to us and it doesn't match our vision, we're very dismissive. And it's not because we're trying to be rude, but it's because, and they might never tell you this. INFJs might never actually say this, but they want to. They just know that they have to be respectful in society, otherwise they'll get shunned. And although we don't mind being shunned, we don't really care what you think, because what you think, if it's negative of us in any way, doesn't benefit the future. It doesn't benefit our dreams, so we can shrug you off. But it's not that we want to. Many INFJs want to say this, that we don't care what you have to say. It's harsh, they'll listen, we will listen, we'll be empathetic towards you, but we don't want to be. Honestly, we don't want to listen if it doesn't have any long-term results. And that's part of what leads us INFJs to reach out to people. It's almost like we're planting seeds along the wayside, but we're waiting for someone to come and pick this stuff up. In a metaphorical sense, we'll say that there's a crowd in a cafeteria and we're doing public speaking. Our hope isn't to gather people to our ideas. It's for people to take our ideas and continue sowing with them. What that means is when we sow into people, it's because we are expecting a harvest. When we don't get a harvest, we quickly begin shrugging people out of our lives because they're wasting our time and energy and there is nothing to be gained from having them. This isn't a cold statement. Don't think of us as robots. INFJs aren't robots that are pre-programmed to give, and the moment you don't reproduce a manner of what we've given you, then we're saying sayonara and just walking away. We're not robots. Although it seems like we're emotionless, we're not. But INFJs think on and almost live on different dimensions. It's really hard to explain. But basically, if you know an INFJ or you are one yourself, you'll find yourself zoning out and dreaming all the time. While you're driving, while you're at work, while you're shopping, while you're at your house, while you're watching a movie, getting sidetracked in your own mind. This is because INFJs, and the best way I can really explain it is, and this does tie in, we have like 3 dimensions we think on: a subconscious plane, a conscious plane, and an emotional plane. The conscious plane is where we do our observing and listening. Subconscious plane is where we do a lot of our analyzing. And the emotional plane is where we live. It's very complicated. Very, very complicated. We live on this emotional plane. But we act outside of the emotional plane, on a conscious plane. Very, very confusing. But basically, the INFJ consciously pours into people, and we're watching you. We're observing your psyche. We're observing your body expressions. We're observing the words you use, how you respond to us, how long it takes you to respond. That millisecond pause in the middle of a phone call tells us everything we need to know, because in our subconscious, it analyzes that. And then we consciously respond, because our intuition or our subconscious is feeding that information back to us. We can't turn this off. We can't turn this off. But I lost my train of thought. That's dripping. There's something wrong with my walls. I hear them dripping in my walls now. I have to contact my landlord. Getting back on track. What was I saying? Son of a gun. Still haven't called. Yes. That millisecond or that second pause on a phone call tells us so much about you, and we don't even know how we know. But the moment we pour into someone, I'll give you an example with my friend. I've been pouring into him for months and months, and telling him how he can better himself, how to get wisdom, how to stop, you don't have energy because you live in a house that's cluttered and you don't clean up after yourself, or if you can't handle working a part-time job because you have to walk to work every day, you can't work a full-time job, period, let alone 2. You're going to burn out, or you won't even be able to keep them. And he just doesn't listen. He hears me, he says, okay, I've got it, and then does absolutely nothing whatsoever with the information I give him. It frustrates me so much. And now I'm to the point where I'm about to Doorslam him. This is why INFJs Doorslam people. It's not that complicated. There are deeper reasons. You can go in different facets and say, it's emotional, it's because the person's not in my life anymore, or doesn't pour into me, or it's because they take up too much of my energy, or they're a leech, or they're just a toxic person. That's not why INFJs Doorslam people. INFJs Doorslam people because you don't pour into their vision. We are visionaries who think with a future term concept. And if we give to you and wait, and then after sowing a seed, it bears thorns and thistles, then we will kick you out of our life. You've wasted our time, you've wasted our energy, and humanity is suffering because of you. You aren't worthy to have us in your life, because you have officially hurt humanity as a whole. I'm only alive for X amount of years, and you just screwed somebody else on this planet over. How dare you? Slams the door. That's why INFJs Doorslam people. It's not that complicated, but there are oftentimes roots and deeper reasons and facets that go with it, and signs that you can see. But all of the signs are preceded by agitation. Why are we agitated? Preceding the Doorslam, what is the Doorslam actually? And it's simply this. Us saying, you clearly don't care about anybody but yourself. You're selfish, and you can't see the long-term vision. You can't see the long-term goal. You can't see that this is about more than just you. And you're so focused on you, even while I'm still focused on you. You're really a hypocrite, and quite frankly, you've taken up too much of my time already. You're exhausting me, and you are exhausting me because you don't care. And for this sole reason alone, there is no hope for you, and I can't help you, but I can help someone else. Humanity still needs me, you don't. Goodbye. And that's it. That's why we Doorslam people. It's not a method or a mentality of, we hate you. We don't hate you. We love you, but you don't love you. INFJs are not drawn towards weak-minded people. And if you're weak-minded and an INFJ has left your life, it is your fault. It could be their fault if they got the wrong impression, but I doubt that happens, because INFJs know way more about you than you know about you. We know subconsciously why you run from your problems before you ever figure it out yourself. So that leads us to be very understanding. But The reason why INFJs door slam people is because we're visionaries. And we can't help but think with this necessary mentality. So when we give our time to you thinking you can benefit humanity, and even me, and your family. And if it's just your family, just your girlfriend, we will give time to you to help you understand them and to help you be a better you and to help her be a better her and to help you help her. But the moment we give to you and you don't help you and you don't help her and you don't help your family, all of our work was done in vain. I'll put it in this perspective. Imagine Abraham Lincoln spending his entire life and nobody listened to him. Slavery was still an issue to this day. How do you think he would feel? Welcome to an INFJ's life. We don't have time for you. Now, if Abraham Lincoln said, but there is one politician who will listen in the South, he will focus on that one politician in hopes that it spreads. That is the goal of an INFJ. If you are that one person who listens, it's all worth it. But if the 99.99999% of the rest of the population doesn't listen, we will door slam them. We will door slam them. If they're not going to listen, we won't waste our time. Now, if there's hope for them to listen, and INFJs are very good at seeing the future possibility of things because we know people, then yes, we will probably keep taking chances. But if we've known you for 4 months, and we've been patient, and you've used us by manipulating us, taking advantage of us, took up our time, our energy, our work, our life, really, our years, our lifespan, and we've got nothing back from it, the INFJ can become very heartless, but it's not like we're not feeling or thinking anything. It's that we're thinking so rationally, and my food is here. We are thinking so rationally, we know better than to give you any more of our time. Now, if you come and show us that our work produced something in you, we're more apt to give you another chance. One moment. Hello? Thank you, sir. I'll be right back. Sorry. Japanese. Yeah. My food is ready, so I must go. I think that I ordered a large chicken lo mein. I hope they gave me the right order. Is this fried rice? No, okay, it is lo mein. Cool. First time I've ordered from this people. And that being said, I'm going to end the video. Comment below and tell me what you would like me to talk about next. And let me know any questions you have. If you're an INFJ and you can relate, tell me about your experiences. Tell me how this has affected you. Tell me about how experiences you've had with other people have been either relatable or non-relatable, and offer your insights. Please let this be an educational channel. That's kind of my hope in starting this, is I'll be able to edify people in some manner or other. So thanks for coming. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos. I mean, I'm not going to stand here and badger and say subscribe to my channel, but seriously, if you want to keep updated with more videos like this, please do subscribe, and please like it so that other people will be more apt to watch it as well. It's not a simple matter of like my video because I'm worried about what people think. I don't care what people think. I care about whether other people who don't know me will think highly of this video because it's informative, and I want them to know. So just like this video only because it'll help other people also add to their learning. That being said, please, like I said, comment below any topics you're curious about or you want more information about, and I'll do my best to explain them. Thanks, and God bless.